What is up there, guys? My name is Sovrez, and today I am bringing you something new, something awesome. I'm going to take you into the world of Conan Exiles, currently in development by Funcom. At the time of this video, the game is in a pre-alpha state, but it is slated for Steam's early access in January 2017, with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 following at a later date. The early access for the game is expected to last anywhere from 6 to 12 months, and then the final version of the game should be released. On August 30th, the minimum PC requirements for the game were released, and that information can be found down below in the description. And now, without further wait, let's jump into just some of the information currently available for Conan Exiles. First off, this wouldn't be a Conan game without the various religions found within Robert E. Howard's novels. At the launch of Steam's early access, Conan Exiles will feature 2 distinct religions for players to follow, and another 6 religions scheduled before the full game release. The developers have said that it will be possible for players to join multiple religions, except for worshippers of Mitra, and those gods will grant their worshippers perks. These perks aren't just free bonuses. Oh no, they come to the player at a cost. For example, a follower of Set could gain poison resistance and the ability to craft snake arrows. But they aren't able to kill snakes at all. These perks aren't just a select them and forget them. No, you're gonna have to provide sacrifices to appease your god. However, it's not what will you sacrifice, but who. And that who is other players. Bring on the PvP, cause my god's getting pissy. Well, also, if a worshipper goes too long without providing a sacrifice, bad things are gonna happen. Well, let's continue with the Set example. If you upset Set, that's kind of funny. He will send a giant snake to wreck everything you own, including your buildings. Along with the perks that you'll gain from the various religions, they also provide the player with a form of sorcery. This means that you can craft and enhance weapons and items based on the god you worship and the rituals you perform. The next topic is brief, but it's the Purge. Now, this isn't the movie where you get 24 hours to commit any crime you want. No, this is an in-game mechanic meant to keep things fresh on the servers. Massive NPC armies will invade the world and begin to siege players and their structures. You can choose to defend against these armies, or maybe even trick them into attacking a rival village. This mechanic is meant to encourage players to group together and collaborate. Or you could always just die alone in the desert. Speaking of other players, you don't have to play with them. Conan Exiles will feature human NPCs. You will be able to interact with them and their various factions. Feel free to kill them and build your kingdom on their ashes, if that's what makes you happy. The current list of NPCs includes Darfari cannibals, other exiles, Stygian relic hunters, degenerate humanoids, and others, all based on the Conan fiction. One thing you'll probably notice early on is that the NPC's AI will be kind of dumb. But fear not, because the devs have promised that they will improve upon it over time. Speaking of killing players or NPCs, this game focuses on a skill-based combat. That means that while better armor and weapons will aid you in your struggles, it might not save you from death by another player. The various weapons in the game will also have multiple attacks. This means that a one-handed sword could have a light attack and a heavy attack. And, then a two-handed sword could have a light swing, heavy swing, overhead swing, and half push. Oh, and for those of whom prefer a bit more defense, there will be shields and a blocking ability. If you've seen the pre-alpha gameplay video, you might have also witnessed one of the fatalities that can be performed in this game. I'm specifically talking about the woman getting sliced in half. The devs have said that there will be a limited number of these killing blows early on, but more will come as the game develops. And what about that game world, you say? Well, It's obviously set in the fictional world of Conan, duh. But the developer is looking for a large, roughly 50 plus kilometers sized world. But as with everything, at the early access launch, the game will be smaller. The desert biome will be the first area featured, followed by the highlands, snowy mountains, jungles, forests, swamp, and possibly more further along the line. As the biomes are introduced, they will expand the size of the world, not repurpose existing space, thus creating new land for you to expand your kingdom into. Oh, and for those of you who don't like the overworld, there will be many underground and cave locations for you to explore. But don't plan on living there, because the devs have stated that those areas are for exploration and treasure hunting. One last thing I want to mention before I leave you is the sandstorm. In an interview with Funcom, the sandstorm mechanic was brought up and explained. The game is primarily set around the desert, and it comes with a terrible, devastating sandstorm. Early on, this natural disaster will break you, so you're going to want to run, hide, or build shelter to stay out of its cutting winds. However, later in the game, after you've developed some better structures and technology, you may want to try your hand at harvesting the bounty that can be found within the sandstorm, or you could even harness the power of the sandstorm. So that's all I've got for this episode. I hope you liked all the information I've shared with you, and if you did, please find that thumbs up button, then click, flick, or hit it for me, because it greatly helps out my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome Conan Exile videos just like this one. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye bye!